In the dark of the Middle Eastern night, the sky suddenly lit up with hundreds of fiery streaks. Iran unleashed an unprecedented missile storm on a U.S. aircraft carrier, directly challenging the world's top superpower. But just minutes later, an unexpected twist changed everything. What was really happening behind the scenes? In a life-or-death moment, a single beam of light could decide the fate of the world's most powerful supercarrier. As new threats escalate, the U.S. Navy is replacing firepower with physics. In the age of drones and hypersonic missiles, the weapon of the future might be light. And leading that revolution is the USS Gerald R. Ford, the largest, most expensive, and most advanced aircraft carrier ever built. Worth $13. $3 billion and towering 9 stories high, the Ford is a new symbol of power at sea, ushering in a new era of naval technological dominance. Drop an emoji to let us know what you were thinking when you saw this part. But Ford's superiority isn't just about size. It can carry over 60 aircraft, including stealth fighters, electronic warfare jets, and support helicopters turning its flight deck, larger than 4 football fields, into a mini air force. At its core is the cutting-edge EMALS electromagnetic launch system, replacing traditional steam catapults. Thanks to EMALS, aircraft are launched faster, smoother, and with less wear and tear. But what truly sets Ford apart lies deep within. 2 A1B nuclear reactors generating up to 300 megawatts of power enough to run a small city, or fuel a war machine of the future. And that's just the beginning. That surplus of power lays the foundation for the next leap forward next-gen radars, advanced electronic warfare systems, and even laser weapons. Where energy was once a limitation, it's now the key that unlocks unmatched military dominance. From its launch system to its radars and weapons, the Ford is built for battles that haven't even happened yet. Every detail is designed for automation, reducing crew demands while boosting response speed. Its aircraft elevators move faster, enabling more combat sorties per day than ever before. The Ford isn't just a warship, it's a statement. U.S. naval power isn't standing still, it's racing into the future at the speed of light. In the 21st century, size alone And what turns that statement into reality is the nuclear power at Ford's core. Its 2A, 1B reactors don't just provide energy, they unlock the future of high-tech weaponry. This isn't just a ship anymore, it's a living, evolving war machine built for total defense. Unlike older carriers, the Ford's 2A, 1B reactors are 3 times more powerful, generating 300 megawatts of electricity. That doesn't just make the ship more resilient, it gives it the energy to run technologies other carriers can't. From long-range radar to laser systems built to stop hypersonic missiles. It's that abundant power distribution that creates unprecedented flexibility. While traditional warships must choose between powering radar, electronic warfare, or weapons systems, the Ford runs them all simultaneously without losing performance, a massive advantage in today's complex battle environments. But what truly stuns the world is this. The Ford is powerful enough to deploy a weapon never seen before: high-energy lasers. Unlike missiles or cannons, these weapons need only power. For the first time in history, a warship can turn electricity into a lethal strike. And that same power source drives the advanced EMALS electromagnetic launch system. No steam-needed aircraft leave the deck with incredible speed and pinpoint precision. Every launch is an engineering marvel, faster, smoother, and far less wear on the planes than ever before. The most surprising part? The Ford doesn't need an overhaul to embrace new tech. Its powerful electrical system can integrate anything from next-gen radar and quantum communications to experimental weapons. It doesn't just operate in the present, it's already prepared for the next 30 years of warfare. But time waits for no one. With each passing day, adversaries edge closer to deploying unimaginable weapons. The urgent question now is, can the Ford convert power into real combat strength fast enough before these emerging threats blow past today's defenses? And the true nightmare has arrived. Hypersonic missiles and swarm drones. These are the predators of a new century faster than sound, deadlier than anything seen before. Without a breakthrough defense, even a supercarrier like the Ford could be sunk in seconds. If you find this video interesting, please click like to let me know if I should make more of this type. And it's not just speed hypersonic missiles like China's DF-ZF are deadly because they can change course mid-flight. By the time radar spots them, it's already too late. They don't follow predictable paths, they strike like a storm. Impossible to track, impossible to stop. Meanwhile, swarm drones bring a different kind of nightmare. They're not as fast as missiles, but they come in dozens, sometimes hundreds at once. Small, cheap, and flying low, they overwhelm radar and overload defense systems. One drone is harmless, but a swarm? Nearly impossible to survive. When hundreds of targets appear at once, even the fastest missile or gun systems get overwhelmed. Ammunition runs dry, response time lags. And in those brief, critical seconds, a single gap in defense is all it takes for a supercarrier to suffer massive damage or erupt into a sea of flames. What makes the situation even more dangerous is how fast these threats are spreading. Wealthy nations are building hypersonic weapons, while smaller countries use off-the-shelf parts to create killer drones. That means the Ford isn't facing just one enemy, it's facing an entire world in transformation. In a chaotic battle like this, even a few seconds of delay can be a death sentence. Systems like surface-to-air missiles or CIWS were built for old threats. They can't keep up with the speed and volume of modern attacks. At this point, a completely new solution isn't optional, it's essential.
of the
That's
ship.
why the race to find
First
a
thing
new
you'll
defense
notice is
isn't
probably
just
our large
urgent.
gun.
It's a
That's
matter
a
of
5-inch
survival.
gun. The
And
5-inch
laser weapons
rounds,
firing at the speed of light, needing no ammo, no reload have become the inevitable choice. With lasers, every threat can be neutralized in a fraction of a second. What shocks everyone is this. Each laser shot costs just a few dollars in electricity, while interceptor missiles burn through millions. Using expensive weapons to stop cheap threats isn't sustainable. Lasers turn modern warfare into a deadly game of efficiency and cost control. Unlike explosive missiles, lasers destroy by melting bolts, engines, circuits sewn by one. A low-power beam can blind a drone's sensors. A high-power one can burn straight through its frame. No smoke, no debris, just a silent, precise death. And because it never needs to reload, a laser weapon can fire continuously. Every shot is a chance to kill. No limit on rounds, no limit on time. It fills the perfect gap between long-range missiles and close-range guns, a flexible new shield the seas have never seen before. But as miraculous as lasers seem, they're not flawless. Rain, fog, or obstacles can weaken the beam, and their power depends on a steady energy supply, something only a few ships, like the USS Gerald R. Ford, can provide. Even so, all signs point to one thing. The laser era is approaching fast. And the first step in the laser revolution is Helios, the first high-energy weapon to enter real combat. Helios is no longer a test. It's already installed on an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer. For the first time ever, light has become a practical weapon aboard a U.S. warship. Developed by Lockheed Martin, Helios packs 60 kilowatts of power and is fully integrated into the Aegis combat system. This connection allows it to detect and eliminate targets in the blink of an eye. One glance from the radar and light becomes a nightmare. No missiles, no ammo. Helios needs only electricity. That's a massive advantage when warships are far from resupply. In prolonged conflicts, Helios becomes a never-ending weapon. Every shot is cheap, fast, and brutally effective. But the most surprising part, Helios doesn't just shoot at seas. Its optical sensing system can detect threats from far away before the enemy even fires. This isn't just a weapon, it's an electronic eye standing guard for the ship 24/7. And with that extended vision, commanders gain precious reaction time and a better chance of survival. But don't celebrate just yet. As advanced as Helios is, it still isn't powerful enough to stop hypersonic missiles. Those monsters remain an unstoppable nightmare for now. To counter Mach 5 speeds and heat-resistant shells, we'll need lasers with at least 3,000 kilowatts of power, dozens of times stronger than Helios today. It's a staggering number. But experts remain optimistic. Helios is just the beginning, a stepping stone toward far more powerful weapons on the horizon. And since Helios isn't powerful enough yet, the U.S. Navy is using it to train sailors for the future, where multi-thousand kilowatt lasers become the new norm. This isn't just about learning skill sets, about preparing minds for an era where light becomes the main weapon at sea. But to destroy hypersonic missiles, it's not just about light, it's about light firepower on an extreme scale. To fire continuously and burn through heat-resistant shells, a laser needs precision cooling systems, ultra-durable beam channels, and megawatt-level power, something most warships simply can't deliver. That's why the solution can only come from nuclear-powered supercarriers. And leading the pack is none other than the USS Gerald R. Ford. With 300 megawatts of power, it doesn't just run radar, and weapons. It has enough energy to feed the weapons of the future.